everyone, welcome to Pilates. This is a session aimed at level 1 and level 2, so beginners, intermediate. Work at your own level, work at a pace that suits you. If you need to work a little bit lower than I am, then please do. Make sure you stay working at a comfortable range of movement throughout. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with a very simple warm-up where we're lying on our mats today. So I'm going to lie down here. I've got a little pillow here today, so I want to make sure that my neck is comfortable and in line with the rest of my spine. So a little pillow is a good option if you have one. Feet are hip distance apart, arms resting by the side of the body, and we allow the spine to relax into the mat here. So what we're going to think about first of all is our preparation phase, getting the body nicely prepared for the session to come. What I'd like you to do is start thinking about this centre area of the body here. Feel that weight in the lower spine. We begin to gently tilt the pelvis back and forth. So you can feel that you can see that I have a small movement here in this centre area of the body. My bottom's staying on the mat and I'm tilting with the pelvis. And what you'll feel is that movement through the lower spine. You'll feel it hollow into the mat, and hollow away from the mat and flatten into the mat as we tilt here. So I'd like you to notice where you pass through centre, where it feels nice and comfortable. That's the point that we're aiming for. So one more tilt in either direction and we come back to that centre point here. Take a nice breath in through the nose. Exhale, allow the spine to relax into the mat. Feel yourself relaxing all the way up. We're going to take a nice slow shoulder roll, pushing them back into the mat, gliding them down towards the waist here. So let's focus on our breathing, taking a nice breath in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And as you focus on that breathing, what I'd like you to do here is take that in-breath to the back and the side of the rib cage, and as you exhale, let the breath flow gently out of the mouth. We're looking for a balance with our breath, so we want the in-breath and the out-breath to be nicely matched here. We're going to stay focused on the breath as we work through our session, and we're now going to start thinking about our core muscles, engaging through this core area, centre area of the body. So we're going to start by taking a breath in to prepare, and as we exhale, we draw the pelvic floor muscles upwards towards the navel as deeply as we can, and on that inhale, we release them back down. So exhale, you're pulling upwards through the pelvic floor. On the inhale, you're releasing back down. And we're working at maximum here as we pull up through those pelvic floor muscles. Think of this as your 100% mark as you pull up through the pelvic floor. So we exhale to pull up. As we inhale, we scoop the navel inwards towards the back of the spine. Exhale, release both. Inhale, prepare. We do it again. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, scoop in. Exhale, release. Inhale, prepare. Good, we've got one more at that maximum, and then we cut that intensity in half. So next time we pull up and scoop in, it's at 50% this time. Good. So start to feel that movement, that control that you have as we pull up and we scoop in, engaging through those core muscles here. We've got one more at 50%. And then we cut that intensity in half, so we're working at about 25%. Now this should feel nice and comfortable at this intensity. Should feel that you're working at a place where you can manage to stay throughout the session. There'll be lots of reminders from me asking you to engage, and that's what we're looking for here. So next time we engage, we're going to stay there. And we're going to start to think about mobilising the body, warming it up. So we place the hands on the shoulders and we take the elbows round in a circle here. So the last part of our preparation phase is us gently mobilising and warming up here through the body. Let's change direction. Taking that shoulder roll round the other way. Good. One more here. Let's bring those arms up. Fingers point to ceiling. Bringing the arms back down into the mat. Shoulders relaxed. We go for an alternate reach here. One arm lifts up, comes down to the mat. Other arm lifts up, comes down to the mat. So we are lifting and lowering through the shoulders, adding a different kind of movement as we start to warm up the shoulders and the arms. We've got one more to each side. Then we open up the arms, we take them to an open chest position, and we start to gently sway those knees away from the midline of the body. So take your time here. Work where you're comfortable, and we're aiming to start to drop those knees a little closer to the floor if it's comfortable for you to do so. Good. I'm surrounded by nature today, can you hear? I've got one more drop to each side. Then I'm going to come back to centre, and I'm going to bring that right knee into the body and give it a hug. From here, I'm taking that right hip round in a circle. Bit of rotation here through that hip. If this leg is comfortable here, keep it here. If you prefer to lengthen it, then you can lengthen it onto the mat. The choice is yours. Let's change direction, and we take that hip round the other way. Good. From here, I'm going to bring this left foot back up to the floor, and I'm going to take this right leg into a can-can. So I'm just starting to move here through the legs, getting into those legs a little bit more. So thinking about hamstrings here, quads, hip flexors, knee joints as well, getting them all nicely warmed up. Good. One more here. We place that right foot back to the mat. We draw that left knee in, and again, rotation here through that hip. Good. One more in this direction. Change direction. Take that circle round the other way. And we come back to centre, and on that left side we go for our can-can, bending and lifting through that left leg, keeping the rest of the body nicely relaxed here. Good. One more on that can-can. When you're ready, we're going to come to an all-fours position. From here, curling the toes under, walking the hands back, and shifting the weight to the heels, carefully rolling up through the spine. So, think here about your flow, your precision of movement. We are starting with some spinal mobility. So we roll the shoulders back and down, lifting up long through the spine, we engage. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, shoulders lead, and we begin to bring the body down towards the floor. I'm lifting my ribcage up away from my pelvis. I'm rolling down. Now this is as far as you can comfortably go with a little softness in the knee. Take a breath in as you hold, and exhale. We restack the spine from the bottom, working our way all the way up to the top. We do it again. Engage, exhale, chin to chest, shoulders lead. Ribcage lifts away from pelvis. Unstacking, find that flow as you move here. Take a breath in. Exhale, restack, softening those knees ever so slightly, lifting up through the spine. Good, we have one more here, rolling down. I'm taking this one to the floor, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm in my all-fours position. You should feel comfortable through the spine at this point. We are going to add a cat-cow movement. So our cat stretch, chin to chest, lifting the spine up. Tummy comes to spine, spine to ceiling. tucking that tailbone under. Take a breath. Exhale, pushing the tummy to the mat, looking straight ahead, gliding the shoulders back down towards the spine. And again, exhale into cat stretch. Inhale, we hold. Exhale into cow stretch. And we hold. We've got one more here. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, cat-cow stretch. Coming to neutral, curl the toes under, hover those knees a fraction off the floor for 2 or 4 breaths. The choice is yours. Feel those abdominals working. Knees to floor. Toes come back to the floor, back into cat stretch. So option 1, you're going to go cat-cow stretching and stay there. Option 2, coming to neutral, curl the toes, adding that tiny hover. So if you have a look at your knees, they should be barely lifted off the mat here. Lift the chest up away from the mat. That makes a difference to how this feels. Back down we come, toes to mat. Back into your cat-cow stretches. Good. One more on that hover. If you're on option 2 here with me, option 1, you're going to keep moving with your cat-cow. Good. Holding this one a little bit longer for 3, for 2, and 1. Knees down, toes to mat. Let's sink it back into child's pose. Just stretching here through the spine. Good. And when you're ready, you come over onto our backs. There's my plant there, my mum has put there. I'm removing this, I don't need it for now. I want my neck to stay in a nice line with the rest of my spine here for shoulder bridge work, so I don't want anything under my head. So, again, feet to floor, hip distance apart, arms resting by the side of the body, shoulders nicely relaxed here. You remember those pelvic tilts that we started with? I'd like you to give me a few tilts here. Then when you're ready, we engage. We tilt to flatten, we lift the hips. We begin to carefully peel the spine away from the mat bit by bit, coming up into shoulder bridge. You are lifting your hips, weight on the shoulders, nowhere near the neck, and weight evenly distributed between the shoulders and the feet. Arms relaxed. Take a breath. Exhale, shoulders lead, melt the rib cage, begin to melt the rest of the spine, carefully back down into the mat, tilt the pelvis to hollow the lower spine, repeat. Exhale, tilt, lift, peel the spine away, inhale, hold, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, shoulders lead, back down we come. Tilt, repeat. Exhale, tilt, lift, up we come. Strength, stability, range of movement exercise for the spinal column. Option 1, you are staying here, shoulder bridge. Option 2, you are coming up into your bridge. Lift the right leg, we flex, down, point, lift, flex, down, point, lift, flex, down, point, lift. Bring it in and change sides. And flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, change. I'm coming out of that bridge. I'm coming back into the bridge. I'm going to do that again. So option 1, you're just going bridge. Option 2 with me, your bridge with 3 kicks. Changing sides when you're ready. And 3, 2, 1. Left foot down. Come out of the bridge. We've got 2 more. Exhale, lift up into bridge. Hold, right leg lift it, flex, and 3, 2, 1. Changing sides, left foot lifts, and 3, 2, 1. And that foot comes down. Let's have one more here. Shoulder bridge, come into it. Right leg lifts, and we go. 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, left leg, and 3, 2, 1. Left foot down, coming out of the bridge. Good. Take a full body stretch. If you need one here, or arms wide, the choice is yours, wherever you want to be. Here. All right, great start. So, we are continuing with our spinal movement. We're starting to bring abdominals here if you want to. So, option 2. Let me start with option 2. You are rolling up. The arms can be here, they can be over the head. You're avoiding wrenching the shoulders here. You're going to use your abdominals to make this happen. Engage, take a breath. Exhale, peel the head, neck, shoulders away from the mat. Carefully rolling up, lift that ribcage away from the pelvis, flex the feet, fingers parallel to the floor here. So you've got that lovely length with the arms. Then I'm going to point my toes, curling back down through my spine. That is your second option. If you're ready for that, do begin here. If you know that you can't lift yourself away from the floor, that is not a problem. Option 1, this is for you. Flex the feet, the toes come in. Lift up long through the spine. Fingers stay level with the shoulders, try not to drop them to the toes. Engage, prepare. Exhale, we curl. Lift the ribcage up away from the pelvis. Find that spine stretch, take a breath. Exhale, we lengthen through the spine, point the toes. And repeat, flex. Down we come into spine stretch. Point and release. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, I'm coming back with you here. Into, roll up. So you're either rolling up with those arms overhead leading, or they're above the chest. Option 3, crossing the hands across the body as you roll up and down here. Lengthening those arms away from the body as you flex the feet and stretch through the spine. So a nice full body exercise is option 2. Option 1, you're thinking more about spine stretch, which is a beautiful exercise in itself. Option 2, we bring just a little bit more into it with the roll up, working a little more deeply through those abdominals. We have one more here, and then we are coming to a seated position. Feet together, the feet are flexed. If you need to sit on something, if you've got tight hamstrings, and you'll know if they're tight because your knees will stick up like this, same with tight hips. So sit on something if you need to. We're going to flex the feet. We're going to push the hips, the thighs, the knees, the legs all the way down into the mat. Lifting up long through the spine. We bring the hands to temples, engage, take a breath. Exhale, rotation to the right. Inhale, rotation to the left. Exhale, rotate right. And we're rotating left. So find that breath pattern that works here for you. So, we're all going to stay at this option for now. Option 1, option 2. A little rotation through the spine, complementing the work that we have done so far. Good. Stay long and lifted through the spine, pushing those legs down into the mat, flexing those feet as we rotate. Squeeze those thighs together. I always think that gives you a little bit more, working a little harder here. We've got one more to the right and the left. Find that breath. Coming back to center, and we take those feet mat width apart and we maintain that flex. Option 1, take those arms out so your fingers are level with your shoulders. Option 1, rotation here, coming back, and rotation here. Option 2, take it to the saw, rotate, Little finger to little toe, palm facing up on that other hand as we come behind. Rotation into saw, back and up. So split your saw into 4 parts here, so you can control the movement, your rotation, then your reach. Keep those feet flexed. If I was walking around the room right now, most of you will hear me in your head saying, flex those feet, watch those feet. Try not to let them go nice and soft. Keep the shoulders nicely relaxed here. Good. Think about your engagement. We've got 4. Option 1, you're still rotating. Stay with us. 3, 2. And last one here. Good work. All right. Bring the feet to the floor. We are going to lie down again on our mats. Okay, so let's focus here on getting a little bit deeper into those abdominals. We are going to start with the 100. Option 1, feet to floor. Option 2, if you've done this before, you know what you're doing. You've got your tabletop option, you've got your 45-degree leg option. Choose the one that challenges you, that you can do well. I will stay at option 1 today. So I'm going to start by taking the arms overhead. I'm curling my head, neck and shoulders away from the mat. I'm rolling the shoulders back and down. I'm pushing my fingers towards those toes, chin off the chest. 100 beats from shoulders to fingertips. 10 nice long breaths here. When you're ready, engage. Off you go. The 100. Keep breathing. Stay focused on that breath as you beat those arms. Scooping through those abdominals. You can do this. 100 beats. When you've done your 100 beats, relax it down. Take a moment, take as long as you need. When you're ready, knees come in towards the body. Option 1, you're going to keep your upper body on the mat here. You can do this exercise from here, drawing one knee in, extending the other leg, not dropping it all the way to the floor, but an extension away from the body. And a switch, and at a speed that suits you here as we switch. Option 2, curling the head, neck and shoulders away, chin off chest, single leg stretch. We bring one knee in, we extend the other leg, keep the upper body where it is, and we go. Switch, 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 switch. Stay with me, stay at this pace. Upper body, keep it stable. Keep those legs long and strong as we work here. You should be feeling those abdominals firing up nicely. And switch, switch. Stay with me. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, double leg stretch. Open, close as we bottle. Open, close. Now, option 1, you don't have to do this. Stay with your single leg stretch. So option 1, you'll be feeling that. Option 2 with me. Ooh, we can certainly feel this one. We have 8. 7, stay with me, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, come on, 2 and 1, hug. Take a moment if you need it here. All right, option 1, hands to temples, feet to floor, elbows nice and wide, chest is open. We go for an alternate elbow to opposite knee. Curling here, starting to activate those obliques. Option 2, the sun has come out now, which is lovely. We bring those legs in, we switch, and we switch. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. So option 1, feet to floor. Option 2, you're at tabletop with me. So let's get those legs tabletop. Knees above hips and feet level with those knees. Hands to temples, elbows wide. Curl the head, neck and shoulders away. Engage. Take a breath and switch, switch, switch. Keep going. Elbows wide, chin off chest. 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep going, keep going. 2, 1. Feet to floor. Can you feel that? I know that you can. Okay, from there, I would like to add a very simple version of the corkscrew. We're going to keep it simple. Now, if you are someone who likes that block under your head, then it can go back under your little pillow, whatever you have. So, option 1 here. We are going to keep a bend in the knees. We're going to keep those palms face down on the mat. What I'd like you to do is find your engagement. Bring that weight back into lower spine and hips. I would like you to draw a clockwise circle with your big toes, then an anti-clockwise circle with your big toes. Your breath, exhale, inhale. Okay, option 2, long legs, toes above those hips. Find that engagement and exhale, clockwise circle. Inhale, anti-clockwise circle. I'm squeezing my knees and my toes together here. I can feel that movement all the way down through my legs, my abdominals, my obliques, hips. I can feel all that working. It is your choice how big you make this circle. So you can start to increase the size of your circle here. Find that breath. Now make sure here that that rib cage is nicely planted on the mat, along with those shoulders. You're focused on your breath, your engagement. Try not to slip those hands under the bottom. Use your core strength and stability to make this work. All right, for the last 8, see if you can go bigger. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good. I'd like you to focus here on one leg circles. Option 1, keep the left leg on the floor. You can have a little bend in that knee if you wish. Your rotation is as big as you can make it. Keep the body nice and stable. Option 2 with me, long right leg, long left leg. Set it up, prepare. And we go 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, are we breathing? 9, 8, big as you can, 7, relax those shoulders, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, complete change direction, and 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Complete. Good. Change sides. Again, option 1 with a bend and a bend. Option 2, you're with me, and we go. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, complete. Change direction. We've got 14. Stay with me. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Complete. Good work. Bring those legs down. Very nice. Okay, that leads us nicely on to working once again through those hips. So, we are coming to a side lying position here. Option, long arm with that pillow or block, whatever you have, resting between your head and upper arm. Option 2, you can prop gently here. We are going to lengthen the legs and we are going to take them towards the front end of the mat. So, my legs are at an angle here. I'm resting gently with that hand. Sorry, I'm lying into the sun now. I hope you don't mind me squinting at me. I'm lifting that waist away from the mat. I'm stacked nicely through the hips. I'm engaged. We are going to lift that leg. What I'm going to do here is point the toe. I'm going to lift and lower and lift and lower. So what you're looking for here is to make sure that there's no rotation going through that hip. So what I mean by that is you're not starting to swivel over onto your bottom. You've got a nice long leg working into your lift. Hopefully starting to feel that thigh kicking in here. Find that breath. Nearly there. We've got 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, second exercise. Option 1, if you need it, bend that bottom leg. Option 2, keep the leg long. Foot is level with the hip. We are going to soften the foot so it's nice and soft. Kick forward and back. So forward and back here. Forwards and back. So you're working into that full range of movement. Remember option 1, bend that leg if you need to. So try and keep that upper body nice and still. Can we feel that leg firing up? Good, keep going. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre. Again, option 1, option 2. I'm going to bring both legs back in here. Whoop, little wobble there. And we have a one-leg circle, a swift one here. Take it round. Change direction, stay with me. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, complete. Good work. Come up to a 90-90 position. So I've got my foot to my knee and my back leg, the foot is about in line with the bottom. I'm coming down onto the elbow, nice and lifted here through the spine. The idea here is that you keep that foot behind you. So I'm nice and long here, I'm engaged. I'm going to lift the leg, point the toe, squeezing through the glutes, extending, keep the leg behind, bend and down. Lift, extend, bend and down. Lift, extend, bend and down. Good. Squeeze through the bottom. You should be able to feel this. Feel that squeeze as you work into the bottom. Level 1, level 2, it's just the same. There's no way of making this easier. It's a tough one. You need to make it easier, of course. Do less. Take a break when you need to. Lift, extend, bend and down. Lift, extend, bend and down. Good. We're halfway. Is that good news? Yeah. And 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, stay lifted here, squeezing, 3, can we feel those bottoms and thighs, 2, and last one here. Good work. All right, let's come up, changing sides. So again, you've got that block.